Alright guys, we're starting on a new project. We're going to build a knife. Now what I've done is I've selected this top piece off of the elk antler. This basically I just took the 4 1/4 inch blade and decided, well, how is it going to look the best? And I thought something like that. Now I'm not going to keep this whole antler in one piece. I'm actually going to section it off. It's going to be sectioned off as such. So what we'll do is we'll cut her back about that thick and use these as spacer pieces. And the best thing I found to cut this is a bandsaw with a spine blade would work the best. But if you don't have a bandsaw, just a plain old cheap Chicom made in China hacksaw with a good quality blade, we'll cut this. We'll cut the bone quite nicely. So we're going to end up having bone inserts with some fancy wood spacers. So we're going to section off the bone, and then we're going to have spacers coming in like this. So we'll have bone spacer, probably a large piece of wood, and another small bone spacer, then a larger bone handle at the end. We'll see how it turns out. We'll start slow. This is my first time making a knife out of antler horn, so we're going to see how it goes. And I will promise you this, I'm sure going to try and get this knife done up a lot quicker than that M305 project done. I'm hoping that actually I might even be able to have this done up for this weekend. So there's the first step, guys. We'll start sectioning up some pieces of antler and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, so I've got the 3 pieces of bone cut. We'll have bone, piece of wood, piece of bone, a larger piece of wood here, another piece of bone, piece of wood, and then finally the end cap. So this hollow middle portion, you can see there, that hollow middle portion will be a matching color of this darker wood. It'll go in the middle. So what I'm doing right now is on this first piece of bone, I've marked it, as you can see, and I'm just using my Dremel tool here. What we're going to do is open this middle portion of the antler up using your Dremel tool so that you can slide it over on the shaft of this knife. So let's go ahead and get that done. Alright guys, progress on my on the knife I'm building. As you can see, I've got the grip pretty much all glued on. So it's just a simple matter of boring a hole through your material, the thickness and width of the drill bit. So generally you just take however thick the bit is here, the thickness of your handle, and use that same diameter bit, and then just make 2 or 3 holes, and you get your handle well in. So it'll be pretty much a full tang. So we've got this all glued up. I just started taking down some of the wood here last night just for the heck of it to see how that would go. It came off pretty good. And the type of glue I'm using is Elmer's Ultimate. It's a high performance glue. It bonds wood, metal, and stone. It needs to be, you have to have pressure on it, and you have to have a tiny little bit of moisture. So you just want to slightly wet down both surfaces, put it together, and seal it up. About 4 hours. It's hard to go in about 20 hours, 24 hours you can work with it. So I'm actually going to start taking some of this end down here now on the on my sanding drums, and we'll see how it goes. Here, I'll show you how what we've got going for our sanding drums. Alright, so what I've got is a sanding drum hooked up to my garage sale drill press. Now these sanding drums I picked up at Lee Valley Hardware, and they were all of $13. So you get where we are, we got several drums and a coarse and a fine. So we're gonna start. We'll fire this up, and we'll see how this goes. Well, you can see that works pretty darn good. Beats the heck out of trying to do it by hand. So we'll start forming this up, and the next time you see this, this is going to be mostly shaped up and ready for finishing. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Later. Okay, you can see she's slowly starting to take shape. Quite a bit of material to take off. I've got this done up fairly nice. Now keep in mind this is a really coarse drum I'm using. I'll put the fine on and then polish this all up by hand. So we'll bring her down to the same diameter as the back end. We'll glue on a cap of some sort. Still haven't quite sure what I'm going to do that. Not sure if I'm going to use another piece of wood. I'll probably end up using just another, maybe cap it with a piece of wood. Actually, that's probably exactly what I'll do, is just cap it. Fill this piece up with a little bit of epoxy putty, and I'll just throw another piece in there. That's exactly what I'll do. I'll cap it up with another chunk of wood. Knock that metal piece off. I should have made it a little bit longer, but then I wanted the tang to come right through. So there we have it here. Another, I don't know, hour or so of grinding, and I should be just about ready to put that end cap on. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll have this wrapped up in a day or two, and we'll get the final product out for you guys to see later.